The film opens with Rama, dressed in black pants and a white shirt, kneeling on his prayer mat. After straightening up from his bow, the scene changes and shows him wearing only his pants as he performs fast pull-ups on a bar. The images alternate between Rama praying and training his body intensely. When he finishes his routine, he leaves the bathroom and walks toward the bed where his pregnant wife is resting. Gently, he says goodbye to her by kissing her forehead and expressing his love for both her and the baby she carries in her womb, promising them that he will return home soon. As he walks down the hallway of his home toward the front door, he encounters his father. Their eyes meet, and in Rama's eyes burns an unbreakable determination, reflecting the courage he has been gathering for a long time. Opening his mouth, he speaks his final words to him. He will bring his younger brother back. The following morning, an armored vehicle transporting new police recruits heads toward its target. Rama is part of the team whose mission is to take down Tama Riyadi, a powerful crime lord known as a legend in the drug underworld, whose organization produces a highly addictive substance. For a decade, Tama's building has been a no-go zone for the police, as attempting to bring it down is equivalent to signing a death sentence. His allies and protectors live there and are willing to fight to the last drop of blood for their leader. This fact has served as a warning to everyone except Sergeant Jaka, who preaches about Tama's evil and urges his companions to carry out their mission, enter the building and eliminate him. Before arriving, Jaka reminds them of two key figures within Tama's inner circle: Mad Dog, a ferocious fighter willing to break bones and spill blood to protect his boss, and Andi, the archimind behind Tama's illicit business operations. When the driver announces that there are 30 seconds left before arrival, Jaka's firm voice echoes inside the vehicle, preparing the team for action. Upon reaching the building, Jaka, Rama, Dagu, Bowo, and the other officers disembark. Lieutenant Wahyu is already waiting for them at the location. Jaka leads his team and orders them to split into two groups. The first heads to the back of the building, while the second covers the sides. Moving stealthily, the second team manages to eliminate one of Tama's lookouts near the entrance, which signals everyone to regroup and enter through the main door. There, they encounter Gofar, a resident of the building who is carrying a bag of medicine for his wife. When the police block his way, he appears confused. Rama asks him for his room number, and Gofar replies that it is 726. He then reassures him and asks him to remain calm while they secure the area. Using Gofar's key, the team enters the first floor and immediately heads to room 104, where they subdue one of Tama's allies. After clearing the area, they continue to the second floor, while other groups move on to the third and fourth floors to secure them. The team splits into pairs to enter each room and capture Tama's men. Some try to escape, while others, caught off guard, are arrested while sleeping. When they reach the fifth floor, they advance silently down the hallway. Sergeant Jaka and Lieutenant Wahyu, followed by other officers, approach a door in the center of the corridor when they notice a young boy stopping in front of it. Jaka tries to prevent him from doing anything suspicious, but the boy runs inside and shouts "Police" to alert another lookout on the sixth floor.
Faced with the threat of being discovered, Wahyu reacts immediately and fires, hitting the lookout in the neck. However, the damage has already been done. The team tries to prevent the second lookout from warning Tama, but it is too late. He has already detected them through the security cameras. Realizing the incursion, Tama orders Mad Dog to seal the building and calls two snipers stationed in a nearby building to cover the exterior. One of them fires at the officers outside, while the other aims at a window on the fifth floor, where two officers are guarding one of Tama's allies. The shot strikes the right eye of one of the officers standing by the window. His partner runs to help him, shaking him in the hope that he will survive. Taking advantage of the distraction, the prisoner crouches down, brings his bound hands in front of him, pulls out a knife hidden under the table, and kills the other officer before taking his weapon. After leaving the room, Tama's accomplice eliminates another agent guarding the area, thus securing control of the fifth floor. Meanwhile, after Sergeant Jaka and his companions fail to prevent the lookout on the sixth floor from alerting Tama to their presence, they gather around the large, square, central atrium of the building on that same floor. Tama takes advantage of the situation to cut the building's power. leans into the intercom microphone connected to the loudspeakers and announces the invasion of Jaka's team. He encourages all the tenants to get rid of the police by offering them free rent if they succeed. With tension and sweat building up among Jaka's team, he immediately approaches Lieutenant Wahyu and asks him to contact the police department to request backup. However, Jaka is shocked when Wahyu does not respond to his request, and when he presses him, he discovers the truth. The department doesn't know they're conducting an operation. Wahyu organized the team on his own, forbidding them from calling for help. Fury and astonishment are evident on Jaka's face as he looks at the lieutenant with indignation, warning him to stand firm during the raid. At that moment, the sound of a doorknob turning in one of the rooms behind Jaka and his team catches his attention. Immediately, he signals for some officers to position themselves around the door. The door slowly opens, creaking in the absolute silence of the building, where even the faint light of a match could illuminate the dense darkness. As everyone waits to see who will emerge from the room, one of the officers remains alert for possible threats. His sharp eyes catch suspicious silhouettes on the sixth floor. Scanning the darkness, his dilated pupils allow him to make out a group of armed men, each with a finger on the trigger, aiming directly at them. Jaka, meanwhile, slowly raises his weapon toward the door that continues to open. But before the lookout officer can warn him to stop, it is too late. Jaka fires before the door fully opens. The bullet, cutting through the darkness like a blazing shooting star, briefly illuminates the space and allows the enemies on the sixth floor to locate the police within seconds. In response, the attackers open fire with their heavy weapons, unleashing a barrage that kills 4 police officers instantly.
The shootout between both sides is deafening. Each gunshot is like an ice pick piercing their ears. The officers take cover behind the walls and return fire, trying to defend themselves from their attackers. The fight is to the death. Some officers do not survive, leaving a trail of blood on the floor, while Lieutenant Wahyu, terrified, hides behind a wall without daring to fire a single shot. The next scene shows Andy storming angrily into Tama's monitor room. He questions Tama's impulsive decision to attack the police, warning him that they might send reinforcements and wipe them out. Calmly, Tama assures him that everything is under control as he watches Wahyu on one of the screens. He points out that Wahyu was the one responsible for this incursion. Andy stares at the monitor showing Wahyu and then shifts his gaze to another screen. He stops when he notices Rama firing at the tenants. In the middle of the clash between the police and the armed men, Jaka hears a loud crash behind a closed door. Hurried footsteps run down the hallway. Alarmed, he orders the remaining officers to fall back and take shelter in one of the nearby rooms. Once inside, they check that the room is clear and secure the door by blocking it with a sofa and a wardrobe. However, the gunfire does not stop. One of the officers is hit by a bullet after approaching the window. Without support from the department and with several casualties in his team, Jaka makes a decision. They must get out of the building. To do so, Rama grabs an axe and breaks through the floor to open a path into the room below. From there, they continue fighting and shooting at the tenants who try to stop them. The room where the police are now located becomes the target of the furious opponents, ready to attack them. The officers defend themselves by firing back, while Wahyu begins to fight alongside them. Rama opens a tank in the room, places it inside an empty refrigerator with the help of a fellow officer, and positions it behind the door through which other tenants are approaching. Just before it explodes, Rama and the police manage to get away in time, killing nearly 30 tenants and destroying no more than 2 rooms, including the one in which he and his team had been hiding. Before the surviving uninjured tenants can reach their location, Jaka, Rama, Wahyu, Dagu, and the wounded Bowo escape silently.
After learning about the explosion, Tama orders Andy and Mad Dog to go down and take control of the situation. They call in 5 men as reinforcements, but Andy prefers to handle it alone. Mad Dog rejects his idea and orders 2 men to accompany him. Meanwhile, 3 groups of tenants scour the building in search of Jaka's team. The first is the Machete Gang, made up of men armed with machetes who search the 5th floor. The second group is Mad Dogs, accompanied by 3 more tenants, and the third is Andy's group with his 2 assistants. Meanwhile, Rama and Bowo split up to find room 726, where Gofar lives, so that Bowo can hide and rest, while Jaka, Wahyu, and Dagu hide in the narrow space between rooms. Before Rama and Bo-O reach room 726, different tenants emerge on the floor to attack them with machetes. Rama quickly lays Bo-O down on the floor and defends himself with his knife and baton. Blood splashes across the hallway walls with every strike, allowing him to eliminate all his opponents and protect both Bo-O and himself. The last tenant Rama kills is carrying a firearm, but Rama manages to take it from him and shoot him instead. The loud gunshot alerts the machete gang on the 5th floor, who immediately head up to the 7th. When Rama and Bo-O reach Gofar's door, the machete gang is already on the 7th floor searching for them. Rama begs Gofar to let them in, but Gofar only listens from behind the door. Although he wants to help, he is afraid of getting involved in the fight, and his wife also prevents him from opening the door. When Rama senses that the gang is getting close, he insists more urgently until Gofar finally opens the door just before the tenants see them. Once inside, Gofar hides them in a small space behind the living room, separated from the main area only by a thin wooden board on which picture frames hang. Outside, the gang searches the entire floor, breaking down doors and checking every corner. When they burst into Gofar's apartment, they search every inch unsuccessfully and quickly leave to continue their hunt. Elsewhere in the building, Andy and his 2 assistants ride up in the elevator. Suddenly, Andy pulls out a knife and kills both men inside the elevator, emerging alone. Meanwhile, Rama leaves Bo-O under Gofar's protection and goes off alone to find a way to escape. As soon as he steps out, however, he is attacked by more tenants. He defends himself relentlessly until he reaches the 8th floor, where he becomes trapped in the hallway with no choice but to fight and kill his attackers. Covered in sweat and blood, he staggers forward, utterly exhausted from the fighting. He catches his breath until someone grabs him and slams him against the wall. Rama immediately reacts to defend himself, but stops when he recognizes the face of his brother, Andy. Meanwhile, Mad Dog's group chases Jaka, Wahyu, and Dagu into a room. Mad Dog's 2 assistants go after Wahyu and Dagu, who manage to escape, leaving Jaka alone in a brutal hand-to-hand fight against Mad Dog. Heavy blows, breaking bones, and screams fill the room until Mad Dog manages to snap Jaka's neck, ending his life. Elsewhere, Andy hides Rama in his room, and after a moment they talk. Rama reveals that after 6 years without seeing him, he discovered his whereabouts by finding his photo on the police board, though he hides the fact that they're brothers. He confesses that the main reason he joined the operation was to bring Andy back home and reunite him with their father, but Andy refuses, arguing that their father has always seen him as a disappointment. Andy has built his identity and power under Tama's command and does not want to give it up. After their conversation, Andy heads to Tama's monitor room on the 15th floor, while Rama goes down to the 4th floor, where he finds Dagu and Wahyu hiding in a room. Knowing that Wahyu betrayed them, Rama pressures him to help them escape. Together, they devise a plan to force Tama to surrender by heading to the monitor room on the 15th floor. In the monitor room, Andy screams in pain as Mad Dog drives a knife into his right hand. Through the cameras, Tama discovers that Andy has betrayed him by keeping Rama alive. Meanwhile, Rama, Wahyu, and Dagu fight their way upward against Tama's men, killing everyone in their path, including those working in the laboratory where addictive drugs are manufactured. Along the way, Rama stops when he hears his brother's screams as he is tortured by Mad Dog. He enters the room, and the 2 brothers end up fighting together against Mad Dog in a brutal combat. Meanwhile, Wahyu and Dagu successfully reach Tama's room. Wahyu points a gun at Tama and orders Dagu to tie him up, but in an unexpected turn, he shoots Dagu and demands that Tama help him escape the building. At the same time, Rama and Andy fight with all their strength against Mad Dog until they finally kill him by stabbing a shard of broken fluorescent glass into his neck. After shooting Dagu, Wahyu takes Tama hostage, aiming his gun at him as they go downstairs. During their conversation, Wahyu discovers that the leaders of the criminal underworld sent him to Tama's building only to get rid of him, not to promote him or give him control. Realizing he has been deceived, Wahyu shoots Tama in the head and in desperation tries to kill himself the same way, but his gun is empty. This gives Andy and Rama the opportunity to capture him and tie his hands. The film ends with Rama, Wahyu, and Bo-O leaving Tama's building with Andy's help. As they depart, Andy and the remaining tenants prepare to abandon the place before the police arrive and demolish the building.
Thanks for watching.
Remember to like and subscribe for more movie breakdowns and recaps.